Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is the good word, everybody? Deep breath for a Monday, We're feeling good. We're feeling still. We're feeling peace. And if we don't yet, we're going to feel it after this, This is here if you need it. And just want to take a second to say how, cool it is to be able to build this archive and build kind of a through line of not only the things that I feel are true for me, but starting to see it resonate with some other people who feel like it may be true for them. That community is everything, and it's exciting to see. Today, the first thing on my heart is the fact that to commune with God is to commune with love. Love is such a buzzword. Love is so often used, but so hardly understood. When they say things we've all heard before, like God is love, I don't think we really take a second to stop, or at least I, a previous version of me wouldn't take time to stop and realize how literal that is. God is love. So if you are loving, then you are tied to the Creator. You are a conduit of divinity when you love. Love is that appreciation, admiration, unconscious swell of life force targeted in a direction. God had to love to create. He had to love the earth. He had to love the skies. He had to love the ocean. And I feel like in our pursuit and in our communion with our higher self, we must understand that the primary frequency, the primary marching orders and operation is to love. If you love all and truly master that, then we did it. We're done. We don't have to do these anymore. But that is the severity and passion in which the truth lives. It all comes back to love. In my own life, I've had to take part in this dance, this ebb and flow of esoteric information and practical application, right? Taking what was ethereal and making it literal. And I've learned through a couple different methods, some of my favorite books, things that help me out and help put me in that presence of mind of love and to carry that frequency with me throughout the day. One I will share with you guys comes from a book that is near and dear to my heart. I actually have it tattooed on this arm. It is the book, The Celestine Prophecy. It's written by James Redfield, and it's an amazing tale that weaves in these sacred lessons. One's of synchronicity, one's of understanding your past, of growing within it. And in my opinion, I think that was the book that really started kicking off all this for me. But there's a method in there that I really, really enjoy. And it's talking about getting yourself to that frequency, getting yourself to that place of presence and high vibration. And what they say to do is to go out in nature, to find nature and to stare at it and manufacture this intense sense of beauty. Notice I said manufacture because sometimes it's not as simple as just appreciating everything immediately. I'm not a big believer in fake it till you make it, but I do believe that we can will ourselves into something. And let's say you go outside and you see a tree, you see a bush, you see a simple weed growing out of the ground. And your directive in that moment is to love that weed, to love that tree, to love that bush. And in the beginning, it could start off a little, you may not feel it, but through presence and through focus and staring and really embodiment and breath and breathing life into something, you begin to cultivate it. And quite literally, you cultivate it by staring and breathing it in and noticing its crevices and branches and colors, and you start developing a deep appreciation for it. And you sit with that, and it could be for 5 minutes, it could be for an hour, it doesn't matter, it takes what it takes. But you'll start feeling yourself swell up with this appreciation, and more importantly, this presence. See, presence is everything because that's the only time we could shake hands with the universe. It's all happening right now. So don't you think being in the now is probably the best place for you to be? And with that appreciation and with that presence, we align ourselves. And then once we feel like our cup is full, we take that alignment with us into the day, and knowing that that is our directive. And the beautiful thing about it is that when you do that, the magic of life unfolds. The synchronicities and the moments that you might have missed because we were so up in our head or feeling in our body, they show up. Now, I don't necessarily believe they show up because they weren't there, but they show up because now you're moving in a way in which you can recognize them. And that brought me peace, and that brought me clarity, and that brought me closer to what I know I'm supposed to live as. For as we said, God is love. And as creators and as extensions of the Creator, our baseline every day should come from love. So going forward today, take time to do that. Literally go out, find yourself something. If you're blessed enough to have a yard, go into it. If you live in the city, it could be a little cactus plant you have in the corner of your room, but whatever it is, find something to fix your attention and transmute absolute love into it, and see how much it sends it right back to you. Today's a gift. Let's unwrap it. And as always, this is here if you need it.